Hello and welcome back for more naval action. We are back in Lamona and in the Agamemnon that we managed to capture last episode. Now, first off, I do know that the last episode was a bit choppy in the recording. I had a few issues with Streamlabs and should have tweaked the settings, so that will be fixed with this one. Just want to say that, but it was too. I thought the fight was too good not to upload, even though the quality was a bit subpar. So I do apologize about that. Anywho, we're in the Agamemnon, capture last round, and numbers are here. She's a seasoned teak frame with oak planking. She was at 99 thickness and a decent amount of HP. I've put on a Cartagena caulking refit, had a few lying around, so bumped up the thickness to 106, and our side armor is just over 14,000. Port bonuses, we have gunnery 4, which is going to help us a bit. Sailing is going to increase our speed somewhat. Mast and rig is irrelevant here on PvE. Loadout is going to go for a full long guns load up here. We've got 26 24 pounders, 26 18 pounders, and 12 9 pounders. Could have gone with the 42s and 32s carronades here, but I think we're going to play this for the long game. I know I said that before, and we usually end up close range brawl anyway. But that's the intention. Now, the Agamemnon is the ship I've played a lot, so I do have all the book slots unlocked. And if you take a look at books in general, there's a few you want to get on as soon as you can, if you have them. They can take a while to get a hold of if you're a new player or a purely solo player, because you need all the parts in the academy to do so. But if you can get it, your hands on out of ship handling, just that decreased heal, max speed, and better turn rate and rudder turn time, it's an absolute treat. And then the gunnery encyclopedia for less dispersion, less reload, bigger traverse, and less cannon crew. It's just going to make it easier if you're using undercrewed ships and stuff. Other than that, yeah, you can play around with it however you want. I am going to take the advantage that I have a few books unlocked, so I'm going to put that one on and that one on, and we'll leave the rest of them open for now. Just not to give us too much of a tweak. Get a few fights in a certain ship, you will start to unlock a few slots. Especially, and we need to put on some repairs, and we go to our navy list again. Seen this before. Hover over, take this 9 hull repairs per cycle and 10 rig. We have a maximum crew of 500. So we're going to go with 90 hull repairs just for 10 cycles. That's what I usually do. 500, so we're going to go 300 rum, a bit over half. And just a single cycle of rig repairs, just in case we break it down. And that's going to be our loadout. Full crew on. Let's just hire the rest that we lost in the last fight. And we will be leaving port. Now, our main target for this is the USS United States, not the Constitution yet. More or less identical ships, but they are 2 different steps. Minor differences. But we'll go out hunting, and I'll bring you back once I find something worth hunting and fighting. Okay, so we're back, and it didn't take long. Mona's just over there, and this is one of those days where the game kind of likes you. One constitution without following, another constitution without following, and lo and behold, a French USS United States. Close to the shoreline, but these are British ports, so we don't have to worry about fighting with the towers as well. He's going to come at us slow here, so what I'd suggest doing is get yourself in front of him, slow a bit down, and then lay yourself across his path. Let him approach slowly. Oh, he's turning a bit. Fuck at me. Here I was trying to explain just why I want to get in low and close. I'll be something different then. attack. To get in front of him anyway. Stop. Should bring us in a decent position to start the first broadside off with a rake of his rigging. Ooh. Now here's the decision making time. We have prepared on. So do we go for the rigging or do we go for the stern shot to reduce his crew and everything else? I do want to go for the rigging. Again, creature of habit, but you could disable his entire stern. If you're just going for the kill and something where you want to repeatedly stern rig it to sink him and destroy him, definitely go for the shot on his stern there. But I'm gonna go for the rigging. Stern cannons coming out. Go 100, 150. High as we can. Fire. $69 damage. Or 69 hits for a total of 14% of sales damage. Decent. We are gonna come away here and get away from the shoreline. Incoming fire. Should have started that turn earlier. Alright, we're going to switch it around. Reloading double on both sides. Almost have a full gun crew. We can disable the stern. We're not going to use that now. And the bow as well. Beep. Beep. There we go. Alright, so we'll pull away from the shore here. If we can, we're going to pull out a bit to the southwest and then maybe head southeast around the point as soon as he gives chase. And a bit more so he doesn't hit down as much. Gonna start turning and following now. We could have done one more round of chain shot on him, but honestly I think this will suffice with just the 86 and down. If we had kept the chains on the port side, we could have just turned now and fired into him again. We'll let him give chase for a bit. Right, in a position to clear the point pretty soon. Doubles are loaded. If he presents his broadside here. Does even ship out. Bit short. Well, that was a waste of ammo. Like the last episode, turned back out once we fired. He's coming in full speed to try and gain on us, so I might go full speed soonish to keep our range advantage here. Let's do so. And what we can do is F5 that and then go first round of repairs now. Almost reloaded. He's pretty close, so it only requires a little less turn for us to hit him. But at the same time, the more we turn, the more we'll start to move. Sorry, move into the shoreline. We don't want to do that too much. It's going to be a big disadvantage for him than us, but still. Close. Come back out. Turned a bit slow. And once we get nearer to the point here, I might want to slow down to battle sails and let them catch up, and that way see if we can force them to run aground, actually. That would be a beneficial little trick. Now, he is getting very close, and what me saying, I want to play this at range. The tag kind of determined that that wasn't going to happen, because his route meant that he was under the shore. And again. Got a few shots that's most hit there. Again, I was a bit slow on the turn. Turn that much out, please. Alright, we're running low on double. Ball arm on the other side. Repairs coming back up. Armor is slowly rising, and we're done. Now you can increase the effect of your repairs with both the Carpenter's upgrades and Expert Carpentry book, which you get a bit further in once you actually get a hold of the book. Almost reload it. Reload the other side. And in. Back to level out. Turn, so we fire. Come back out. A few hits. Running low on double, so we're just going to go ball arm to make sure full broadside. Now, what we need to be wary of is this point here. Can't really tell this shallows right now. There's land right here, and there's shallows in this area here. The next time we turn, we are going to eat a broadside because we're going to keep on that position to keep him on the inside. So we're going to make that as shallow as we can. Really. There. Broadside is going to come soon. No, he's so far in towards the shore that he can't turn much more. It'll bring him in collision course, so that's pretty good. We were actually in a position to fire at him, and he cannot fire it at us. We are mostly going to hit this bow, and most are going to probably bounce a bit. But for now, we're good. Going to depower my sails to let him catch up a bit. I want to keep him in between us and the land if I can. Had this not been an AI, he would have turned out behind us already. See if he can shift the advantage back to him. And so it was us being locked in between him and not the other way around. Turning a bit for a shot. Back out. He's turning for a shot. We're going to slow it down. Do so by turning the yard arms. He's gone down to battle sails, so we can go down to battle sails as well. The wind is not playing in his favor because it's pushing him in towards the shore. He's getting less and less room to maneuver, and the AI will attempt to follow you for a certain amount of time if you can. And I am well aware that we are dangerously close to the shore here and well in the shallows. Right. He's firing. We need to turn out a bit. We need to maneuver now. He's probably going to turn out behind us anyway. Yeah, it does. You've got 4 minutes until repairs comes up. More or less even on side damage. Cheeky shot in with the stand. Cool. Right, he's going to clear the point. Trying to be as mindful of the shallows as I can here, but I do want to see if I can force him to do the turn. Good. Pump out. Didn't get it. He managed to clear it fairly easily. And he's going to come in behind us. So, sharp turn. And we're now strong side again. That we need to change. Now, one thing about the USS and the Constitution, somewhat on the Vasa, is the lower middle deck. That railing in the middle, not as high as the wooden railing on the bows down there. So you do have a tendency to shoot for the middle to have some of your shots going over. Just something to be aware of with these types of low profile ships. Right, coming up behind him, we're going to switch sides on him again. It'll be a bit slow due to the wind. He's still going to pull ahead. And it'll bring us back up on his damage side. It's going to be our damage side to his as well. We do have a repair coming up. And we will probably a cute little break in on him here. Chains. Right. Coming in through smoke. Turning a bit. The reason I disabled my upper deck is just to give me a better aiming arc. I don't want to fire just yet. I want to get in during peril. And he's counter turning, so that's perfect. Right. Slow, but still managed. It removed its hull and a good amount of crew. Out. Initiate a repair. And we're back to playing the cat and the mouse. Gonna keep at an angle, he's gonna chase, and we can turn in, fire, and I'm just gonna be for a bit until we reduce the side armor. Unless he tries to do something sneaky like that, and with his other broadside in that case, we have to do something else. Fired a bit late. I wanted to get that shot down his bow. Alright. Want to play cheeky? Come around. Not reload on a stand there. We have a clear advantage in numbers already. I'm not overly worried about having to take away his crew first, so play with him for a bit. As you see there, there's still a few shots going over the middle there. Of incoming damage. We start the battle out with 500 crew and a tad because of the boatmans and stuff like that. Whereas he is only on 450 from the get-go. So we did have a 50-man advantage just as the fight started. Can't turn too much here due to the wind, but having him shoot at our left side and us shooting in on his damage side is not going to be a disadvantage. Right now, depower. And that turn he just did gave me the option. He fired his broadside now, so I can turn without worry, and I can come around once again back on his damage side, and our sides are more or less even now. Now for something like this, at this range, you could even be playing just with medium guns. As a creature of habit I do like the versatility in range when it comes to the longs. And I'm definitely more of a long gun player than a carronade player. But for this range here, you could easily be playing with mediums. That's a bit high. A lot high actually. 1 and 3. Repairs are done. And it won't be long until we'll start preparing for boarding here actually. We have a side armor down. We got a 126 man advantage when it comes to the boarding. The freeboard is more or less equal. Actually, ours might be slightly higher than his, so we should have a slight boarding advantage as well, as we'll be boarding from height. Talking too much and not fighting enough. There. 30 crew off. Not bad. Let's close in. That's 9. Yeah, he is penetrating some of the shots on this range, but we should be able to weather it. Another 24 off. He's down to 300. So we're about 1 to 1.5 ratio when it comes to crew. And the upcoming boarding. Nice. Are fully prepared on the board. What we need to do now is get him into a position where we can actually slow him down enough to board him. That's going to be the next issue. Alright, reload. Coming up. Do that. Gonna fall away. Doesn't matter. The 30-odd crew moved. Taking a bit of damage. Forcing around into the wind. Yeah, we look to be more or less equal height here. Port battle defense. Fire up his panel. Another 28. Almost a 2 to 1. 2 to 1 advantage now. Here comes the issue. I think he has a bigger the bigger ship here. It might be a bit harder to push him around. Oh, arrow's moving the right way. No, not anymore. Yeah, here we go. All right, we're down to we're up to a 2 to 1 advantage when it comes to boarding shortly. We just need to push him around a bit more. and weather the damage as we do. Now, this is where the boarding mechanic annoys me a little bit. We have two ships, equal speeds at a parallel heading. We should be able to throw grapples over now and actually pull into a boarding. In my opinion, that is. Onto crew removed. I'll push him around ever so slowly. He's got to turn his yard arms now. That does. Ideally, just we go into camera mode here. Ideally, we would have wanted to hit him out here. All out to the bow would be easier to push him around. See, he's gaining now, and he's gone full speed. So he's definitely got the better of us right now. What we're going to do is going to fall off. Just get back in control of my ship. Fall off for a bit. And now, burn. He's going to follow us around, that's one thing. But we managed to break the deadlock there and push him out into a position where he's actually... We were able to get in on his bow if we wanted to push him around. But now we got the boarding going. Pulling in for the board. Manually firing our grape shot. And we got a 3-to-1 advantage on this boarding. I'm starting to figure out this new boarding system where they'll go deck guns, he's going to go grenades next, then he's going to have a break. That's where we do the attack. We just have to brace up for the initial first 2 rounds, and then we go in. Usually earlier you would be attacking in on, and anytime you saw the firepower go up, you'll go in for an attack. You don't want to do that anymore. Fire the grapes. Attack. And the first time we went over the railing and into attack, we got the boarding. Pretty simple fight. A few mistakes here and there. Mainly on this last part where we were trying to push him around. I didn't get in on him far enough ahead. A bit of rum and a Bridgetown refit. Not bad. It's gonna up our hit points somewhat for a bit of drop in the armor, or in the speed. Sorry. Well, let's see. We got a green standard. Okay. Locus and crew space. All right. Not the best. However, we do have 2 upgrade slots here, so we can, if we have the money or the combat medals, we could up the thickness on the side somewhere between 10 and 12. So that would bring it to 109, 111-ish. We do have a bit more hit points on the ship than on the Agamemnon. We have no port bonuses whatsoever on this one. None at all. But we do have 2 upgrade slots, and we'll make that do. So we'll transfer a bit of crew. And an advantage of this fight is that the fight against the Constitution, which is coming up next, In the USS, it's going to be a more or less even fight. The Constitution has a bit more hit points and stuff, but it's just a slight tweak. So we just took on this fight in the Agamemnon. We could easily take on the Constitution in the Agamemnon as well. So even this USS should be a fairly decent option. Well, let's leave Val, see what we've got of XP. And 699. As we didn't sink him, but just did damage and then captured, we don't get as much XP. Alright. Don't know why I had the escape tap there. I'm gonna limp back to Lamona, and I'll see you next time. I've registered no lagging issues with the recording on this one. I'm looking forward to see the footage after this, but hopefully it's going to be better than the last one. Until next time, hope you liked it. Don't forget, share, like, subscribe, comment down below what you think of the series and stuff like that. And stay safe.